Welcome, everyone. I'm not sure if I'm live. Oh, there we go. Got it. Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to do Aries reading, person on your mind. So these are like love messages. You may have someone that you've been wondering about. This could be for those who are in no contact, whatever it may be. You could be in a relationship, but yet things have gone haywire for whatever reason. So we're just going to look to see what's going on. And then, time permitting, I'll come back and answer any questions you have. Chat replay is on. I know there's probably nobody in the room yet, but chat replay is on. So I would recommend, if you don't catch the whole reading, to go back and like listen to the reading, and then you can cut off the chat part, or I might edit it out. We'll see. Anyways, welcome, my beautiful Aries. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. Many of you are intuitively guided because you're probably here checking up on an Aries, seeing what's going on. And that's really what we're going to do. We're going to ask 5 very specific questions. We want to know, what are their current feelings for you right now? What's their current view of you right now? What actions are they thinking of taking? And then what's your current view of them? And then the overall energy that's supporting these connections. I do feel like I am reading for soulmates. Some can be twin flames for sure, but I don't feel like this would be free will type energy. You know what I mean? Of course, everybody's got their free will, but what I mean is, I don't feel like this is just like someone you bumped into. I feel like this is someone that probably lives in your heart, and hopefully you in their heart. So let's go ahead and start the reading. I'm going to use 3 different decks, guys. I'm going to use Mother Mary for her beautiful words of wisdom, but we will use Mother Mary at the end of the reading, over the beautiful connections. Well, we hope they're beautiful. We'll see. We will use the Gilded Tarot to go deeper. So we'll ask her questions, and we're going to use the Cozy Witch Tarot, and then we'll come back with the Gilded Tarot to, like I said, go deeper. But our main questions are going to be answered through the Cozy Witch Tarot. So I'm going to go ahead and begin. I can see that there's comments, but of course I'm not seeing them on my side. So let me just quickly say hello, and then I'll get into the reading for you. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Broken Bee Bliss. There's someone. Oh, that's Broken Bee. Hi, Love Peace. Okay, so Love Peace, I'll answer your question after the reading. But I just want to come in and say hi real quick. May I have an update on my man and me? He is about to pop the big question. All right, so I look forward to answering your question. But let's go ahead and start with Aries. Person on your mind. Could be love messages. It's hard to give it a title because, it could be no contact, but also future love. We're going to go ahead and take from the top, and let's go ahead and open up the reading. So let me bring my lid down so you have a good view. Bring it down a little bit more. Okay. So first question, what are their current feelings for you right now? Wow. Aries. Hello, Ace of Cups. I'm saying Aries, but I just get feeling there's a lot of people here who aren't Aries, but maybe in love with an Aries. So whatever it is, hello, Ace of Cups. I mean, this is their current, and I felt that. I felt like someone already has space in my heart. Now, do you have space in your heart for them? I'm not sure yet. But the Ace of Cups, unconditional love. You know what that means for me is we can really get through anything. And it may even mean that there's breakups, but during those breakups, listen, someone's love didn't didn't die. That's for sure. I mean, the Ace of Cups, we'll take it. Okay, so what's their current view of you right now? We have the Page of Wands, my go-getter, my risk taker, my I'm not afraid. Look what she's surrounded by, red roses. Just realized that. What's it say? Just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean it'll be effortless. Well, that would speak of love, right? So yeah, love does take some effort, but I kind of love that because I feel like they feel like, you are a risk taker. You're someone, I don't feel like they feel, now listen, you may feel different, but I feel like they feel that you do take chances in life. And, when I think of the Page of Wands, I think, he is the risk taker. But not all risks are going to pay off. But this is someone who gets back up, dusts themselves off, and keeps on moving. So, but she's looking right at that Ace of Cups. Interesting. Like they're hoping, you know, I feel like they're hoping that you feel the same way. All right, so what actions are they currently thinking of taking? Or maybe they're in the midst of taking. We have Nine of Swords. It's like their head's getting in the way of their heart. It's like their fear is trumping their heart. 3 a.m. I have a feeling they think about you a lot. I have a feeling when they lay their head down on the pillow at night, it's you that comes to their mind. But yet, this is the energy of fear. It's over worrying, overthinking something to the point where it could stop me. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but we'll see. This is something they will have to overcome. Um, you know what I mean? I never feel like why I mean, we can also reach out too, especially in this energy. I feel like if I want to reach out, then I feel like it's going to be accepted. All right, but let's see what your current view of them is. So that could change everything. We have, well, the Hierophant is a card of Taurus, by the way, but it's about faith, belief. It's also number 5, change. So I feel like you may welcome the change. You may welcome um, the invitation, so to speak. Maybe this is about your hope, and I feel like in the Hierophant, like often I feel like if we've been praying about something, then our prayers are being answered. They may be answered differently than exactly what we expect, but I often feel they're going to be answered in a better way. So the Hierophant, and I feel like if this is something I really want, and they're in that Nine of Swords, but we also have that Ace of Cups, unconditional love. And their view of you is, it just looks like, I feel like maybe where the fear is like, like it's almost like, well, she or he doesn't give second chances, but maybe you do. Maybe you do. All right, let's see what the overall energy that's supporting these connections. We have the Queen of Swords. And I tell you, the first thing I felt when I just touched the card, it's communication. It's an open line of communication. I don't know why my screen's so dark, but I do feel like it's an open line of communication. Queen of Swords can stand for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, of course. But other than that, what's it say? Don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. Maybe that's what some of us have been learning, like the value of our voice. Um, but I definitely, and I also feel when I see the Queen of Wands, I feel like I'm sorry, the Queen of Swords, and I'm not even thinking about the signs. I'm just thinking about like, what would that represent? Well, definitely communication. A good line of communication, I feel like is important. And I feel like even speaking the words, I love you, like maybe hearing those words is what I need. I definitely feel this queen is talking about integrity also. Like, I don't feel like she's interested in, especially being with the page of wands here. It's like, I'm not interested in, you know, secondhand news. Like, I want it to be true. I want us to speak truth and only truth. So, all right, let's see who's at the bottom of the deck. We have the Queen of Pentacles, can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We do have 2 cards of Virgo on the table, and we have Taurus on the table, but it doesn't have to be any of that. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles is someone who's really going to dig in, or let me put it a different way. She's someone who can read between the lines. So if anybody comes in, and again, you don't have to be an earth sign, but I do feel like it's probably a lot of you that are here. But I do feel like, like if someone came towards me and they were feeding me a line of bowl, I'd pick it up very quickly. I'd pick it up very quickly. And I don't feel like there's any interest in repeating anything of a negative, like in a negative energy. Like if energy hasn't changed, then why repeat it? You know what I mean? But I do feel like energy has changed. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Gilded Tarot. By the way, I'm not ignoring the comment section, but when I do your reading, I want to put all my focus on it so I can give you the best reading I possibly can. So let's look at, let's go above. Oh, I can't get my cards. And below. Happy Thursday, by the way, everyone. I think it's Thursday. I'm going to slide this up. Slide that over a little. Let's see what's under that queen. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. That makes sense. Like, no way am I interested in repeating any patterns that were, of a hard nature. Or let me put that different. I feel like there's no way. I feel like, first of all, someone's realized that there has been a repeat pattern. Now, I know that's not for everyone, but it is for a few. And I feel like there's no way am I interested in repeating the same pattern. So someone's energy hopefully has lifted. Someone's vibration has hopefully lifted. Otherwise, I feel like it's just going to be a big no. No. All right, let's go above the Ace of Cups. So I'm going to go above and below, guys. And the reason why I'm doing that is I'm really looking for both perspectives here. All right. We have the Knight of Cups. Interesting, unexpected couple fulfillment coming right under the Ace of Cups. I feel like any knight that shows in a reading, they're going to complete their mission. I feel like the knight is sent by the queen or the king. And I feel like, why is it unexpected? Because this person is in a fear-based mind right now. That's why it's unexpected. And so that tells me that they will overcome that. I feel like they're overthinking. But they're overthinking because they also know that you have no interest in, again, a repeat pattern. But this knight is going to complete its mission. I mean, literally, here is the ace that it promises to bring in. All right, let's keep going. Well, there is that 10 of Swords. And then look at this, the 9 of Swords over the 9 of Swords. I feel like both parties here. It's interesting because I feel, first of all, Aries really doesn't live in a fear-based mind, so to speak. Doesn't mean that, always. But it's not really their natural energy. But something definitely happened here because now we got both people. And I definitely feel like that. Both people. And are we overthinking it? Maybe. But it is showing now that 10 of that 10 of Swords right before it. Don't come in Don't even bother if things haven't changed. All right, let's keep going. Interesting. I feel like you're both kind of in the same energy. We have the Hierophant. I was like, why are all these cards coming in reverse? But I have my whole deck in reverse. Something told me not to put those cards in reverse. And now I know why. My deck was in reverse. All right, look at this. We have the Hierophant over the Hierophant. Mirroring energy. And maybe we don't even know it. Could be double Taurus, of course. But I feel like really, I feel like let's say this queen or this queen again, like it's not that I'm not interested, right? Because I feel like this Ace of Cups, it is unconditional love. And I do feel like even if I go on and love another, this person will also always reside in my heart. But again, I'm not interested in repeating any patterns of difficulty. Someone received dagger after dagger in their back. Of course, I don't want to repeat that. I don't want to repeat that. But then the Hierophant, to me, that's God, that's divine. Is this divine energy? Probably. I mean, I am reading for soulmates. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, give and take. All right. I feel like I know what that means. Like, I feel like what it's saying is when this relationship, even if it went into a full relationship, but let's just say it did, when this relationship was active, someone probably definitely was a giver and someone was a taker. And I know that because of the Ten of Swords, right? Someone just, it wasn't equal. And now, because this energy is mirroring, I feel like it gives us a better chance, a much better chance. Six of Pentacles is very compassionate and empathetic type of energy. It's an energy where I really do want to help others. But I'm nobody's fool, and maybe that's something I had to learn too. All right, well, let's keep going. Let's go right below it. I want to see what comes under that ace. Make sure my deck's in the upright. Look at that split. The Eight of Pentacles. Some of you could have met through a job. Look at this, another 8. 88. I have a feeling for some of you that may ring a bell. Maybe you were born in 88. Maybe something happened in 88. I'm trying to think what happened in 88 in my life. I don't know yet. So let's look at this for a second. Because the Eight of Pentacles in a love reading to me, it poses a question, or someone's posing a question. Can we truly be successful if we come back together? And the Eight of Pentacles would say, my dear, if you put your focus upon this love, then it will only grow and grow and grow. It is two people needing to put their focus upon this Ace of Cups, and then it will grow. And I kind of love seeing the Eight of Cups. First of all, because it's mirroring the Ten of Swords. So to me, what it means is I am able to put those 10 swords behind me. Why? Well, probably because I've reflected upon them. Probably because I now understand, what caused those daggers in the first place. And, again, I feel like this must be something you want. And when I say that, I think, why would you be here if you didn't want it? You know what I mean? But of course, I want you to use your own intuition. And by the way, ask your spirit guides to send you signs, clarification. Is this for me? And I'll give you one of the clues if it's for you. This means that you are willing and able to put that 10 swords behind you. You know, the person in the Eight of Cups has definitely reflected upon emotional situations within their life, and it can be one love or it could be every love. You know, it can even be parental love, you know, depends how far back it goes where you need that emotional clarity. But this person's walking away from that. So I've done that work. And now where are they moving to? The Nine of Pentacle or the Nine of Cups, which is inner harmony. Be great if that's what follows it, but let's see. Well, hello, Tower. Okay. Do I feel like that's predicting a future tower? I really don't. I feel like it's talking about the previous tower. You know, someone probably, you know, could have left another, and it could have been abruptly. You know, the tower speaks about disruption in one's life. Interesting is coming over nine of swords. So both of you, you know, both of you had to really overcome this tower and understand it. And you know, I feel like I'm talking a lot. But I also feel like this is the energy of someone falling from grace. Now, if I fell from grace, can I reclaim that? Of course you can. Of course they can. They just have to want to. They have to want to. But I feel like they do want to. But now we completely understand why both people have the Nine of Swords. Overthinking. And listen, I get it. I get why I would be overthinking here on both sides, actually. Okay, but it's enough. Enough is enough. Death card. Card Scorpio. But it's about endings so that a new door can open. You know, we really have to learn, or, you know, the best thing to understand is we do run in 9 year cycles. And that's why these nines, it talks about reflection, but you're not meant to stay in reflection. It's that final reflection and then close the door and then watch divine open up a new door. Coming under the Hierophant, some of you, I feel like your, and I already know your spirit guides are involved in your love life, but there may be someone in particular, like who steps forward, like, I'm the one who's going to handle love for her or him or help guide them. Okay, well, let's see what follows that. If we close that door, okay, we got quite a few, but I am going to take them. Six of Cups. You know, what does that mean? It means I'm no longer thinking about the hardships. I'm thinking about the good times. You know, just as much as we had hardship, we also had love and good times and treasured memories. And I feel like that's what divine is saying. Like, that's where you want to put your focus, especially because it's mirroring the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles speaks about, you know, can I be successful? Yes, if you put your focus out there, it'll only grow and grow and grow. Well, if both people put their focus upon it, just watch out. Like, wow. So, and by the way, a six mirroring another six. Synchronicities. All right, let's see what else we got. Queen of Swords again with the Seven of Swords. And I get that. It's like the Queen is saying, if you're coming towards me in untrustworthy energy. But you know what I want to say to the Queen? I want to say, trust your energy in knowing when someone or anything comes towards you. If it's good, if it's not, your intuition will let you know. Divine will let you know. And your spirit guides are definitely in your love life. But I do feel like they're helping to guide. It may signify also part of what that tower was. Seven of Swords is untrustworthy energy. So it can mean someone stepped outside of a relationship, but it doesn't have to mean that. It can mean that my thoughts have become toxic. It can mean that, someone told lies and then it was like impossible now to believe what they have to say. So I feel like this queen is making a very clear statement. Only come towards me in truth, you know but I feel like, why would they come towards you anyway if they weren't coming in their truth? But I get it, and I feel like that's part of why the both are carrying that Nine of Swords. It's almost like one is saying, I know that I carry a lot of the responsibility for what happened, but now I know that. All right, let's take Mother Mary over the connections and get her words of wisdom. I mean, I love that you open up your reading with the Ace of Cups and then the Knight of Cups right above it. And really, you close the tarot portion of the reading with the Six of Cups. So, what was? I feel like there's been a time period where, yeah, I may have gone around and around and around about all the bad things that happened, but there were also good things that happened. There was also loving things that happened. And I feel like that's where you want to put your focus now. If you want this, you have free will. You can definitely say no. I feel like the Knight's coming in no matter what. But then I do feel like, it's always going to be up to you. Family. Some of you all of a sudden I'm feeling could be blended families. I pray for my family and give this situation over to God for answers, support, and healing. Well, maybe that's what God's doing right now, is helping to guide, right? But I also feel like there has to be a sense of compassion, because otherwise I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like there has to be compassion here also. All right, let's keep going. But also there's healing, literally healing. Self-respect. Well, that's why the Queen of Swords kept coming out. I honor and love myself through my healthful actions. And let's take one more. I just feel like one more wants to come out, or something wants to come out. Oh, there you go. Hope. It's like the Star card. I trust that God has a wonderful solution and brilliant plans in store for me. Hope. 2 Hierophants. Now hope. It is faith. But listen, even if this is divinely guided to you, you still have free will. You can say yay or nay. I feel like, because I feel like there's no denying the love. I mean, we can try to deny it, at least for the people who this resonates with. I feel like there's no denying the love. Even if we try, we can't. And I also feel like there are good memories. And I know there's also hard memories. And that is what I feel like we need to overcome. We need to understand how it happened, why it happened. And listen, maybe they're the ones that need to understand that. But I feel like both of us really, to have the best shot at this, because I feel like with the Ace of Cups, and I feel like in these type of readings, I'm not looking for someone that you're going to be involved with for a couple of months. I'm looking for someone that you're going to be involved with for the rest of your lives. Now, again, free will is everything, because no one can really come between it. That's a gift you were given, or we were given. But Trust in God. Trust in your faith. And if this is what you want, and you feel it feels right, then I say put those toes in the water. Because you may just be having a prayer answered. But that death card, I feel like that closing of what? Well, the 10 of swords, the 9 of swords, so that we can get back to loving. Let's just get back to loving. Okay. Let's leave that be. It's funny, I wasn't going to do this reading live. I actually was all set up to just start my reading, and I stopped. Something's like, no, do it live. So I listened to my intuition. All right, so Mother Mary, family, self-respect, and hope. Okay, let me just grab a drink, and then I'm going to go into the comment section. I'd love to know if it resonated with you, how it resonated with you. Okay. Hi, I think it's relax a little. I don't know. Hi, Mary Jane. Hi, Camille. Hey, Olivia Oracle. I'm just going to click out real quick, click right back in. Hi, Lisa. I saw you there. I don't think I said hi. Mary Jane. I don't know if I said hi. Hi, Mary Jane. Okay. Love, peace. May I have an update on my man and me? Is he about to pop the question? Okay. I'm gonna pick up these, but I'm gonna leave the main spread out. If I can pick them up. So let's slide that up. And I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot, Love, Peace. Give it a couple shuffles for you. So, do you feel, or for your spirit guides and my spirit guides for love, peace? Sir, man, if we can know about the pop question. All right, let's check it out. All right, so we start with partnerships and alliances. It definitely looks, I mean, if you just look at the image, I don't know how many people actually watch the monitor. But you can see they're arm in arm. It's going to say hand in hand, but really they're arm in arm. And then we have the 8 of Cups, emotional withdrawal here. Interesting, 8, 9, 10, 11. And if we think about the 8 of Cups, again, it's emotional clarity. We have intuition, and how interesting that we have next to it mental conflict. I have a feeling he's going back and forth in his mind. I have a feeling he's going, maybe he's not sure what your answer will be. But I do feel like he's going back and forth in his mind. I feel like his soul would say, yes, I want to. I want to pop the question. But then I feel like there's just a little fear factor. So let's go right below that. You know, and when I say fear factor, I don't feel it's fear over you. It may just be fear, you know, maybe he's dealt with some um difficult experiences as it relates to love. And I don't necessarily mean romantic love. It can be platonic love. It can be my parents, you know what I mean? So something, there may be a little bit of a block as it relates to that. We have material and spiritual prosperity. I like that. That is the energy of victory. Okay. We have sacrifice under the 8 of Cups. Interesting. There's my son's birthday, 8/12. How many times do we see it, guys? Those who are with me a lot. Do we not see my son's birthday all the time? We just do. And I love that. We have 7 of Swords, deception and envy. But next to that is the 9 of Cups, fulfillment of wishes. And then, hello, destiny. So I feel like your guy right now, you know, this deception and envy, I don't feel like it's anything like, I don't know. I feel like it's more of a spiritual growth. And why do I feel that? I feel like it's energy. Again, I feel like your guy had to work through a lot of things throughout his life. Um, and I feel like he has. And there may just still be a little bit of a block of, you know, maybe he was cheated on before. And not that I feel like he thinks that you would do that. And I'm saying cheated, and maybe that's the wrong word. Um, you know, maybe there's a little fear that, you know, am I doing the right thing? You know, can we be forever? Well, the will would signify yes. Fulfillment of wishes would signify that if a ring is what you want, I feel like chances are a ring is what you will get. I also am noticing the two twos together and the 11. So, you know, I feel like there is something special about this love for sure. And I kind of feel like it's meant to be with the wheel here. You know, it's like you both sit on the wheel together. Doesn't mean that our wheel is always synchronized, but now it feels like it is. I just want to go on the other end of that. We have 4 of Cups. Well, you can't see it in here, but this person is receiving a cup. And with your question, I feel like it's a ring. But they have to use their spiritual discernment. So I feel like if I could be completely unencumbered, then the answer would be yes. Like yes, yes, yes. But I do feel like there's just a tiny little block. And I feel like really the block is that he just has to really learn to trust his instinct on what he feels. Because I feel like, you know, there's just a little bit of the past that's kind of mixing with the current energy. But I also feel he can overcome that. I do feel like you're meant to be together. Again, that doesn't promise us that we will be together, but it does feel that way. And then an 8, a new beginning. So I feel like that's where a little bit of the issue lies, is within his emotional house. I don't feel like it's yours. I feel like it's his. But I also have to say, when I see my son's birthday, I feel like it's representing um your spirit guides also, like to let you know that they are definitely involved in this. You know what I mean? So I feel like your answer is yes. Is it immediate? I feel like as soon as he finds the guts, And other than that, I feel like I can't give you more because I feel like I need to find the guts to go ahead and do it. But I feel like in his heart, yes, he wants to. And I do, what's the last card? Fulfillment of wishes. So if a ring is what you want, then I do feel like, and I'm saying a ring, you know what I mean? Like you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, then I love that the wheel was right here also, because I feel like that's even better news. You know what I mean? Trying to think if there's anything else. Now, I think he just has to follow his gut. But I have no doubt the love is there. No doubt. And I have no doubt that this is a relationship that can definitely stand the test of time. Of course, does not mean that there's never going to be issues or there hasn't been issues, but these are issues that, we can overcome. We can work together. Kind of like what Aries just said, like we can work this out. We can work together to really create, a beautiful life for ourselves. Ourselves. All right, sorry about that, guys. You're a Virgo and your fellow's a Sagittarius. Um, Sagittarius, I don't feel like they're the type of sign that, how you had mental conflict, and I feel like that was him. I don't feel like that's an energy that would last long. I do feel like it's a human energy, like I mean, like a human type, like on my human thoughts. But I do feel like I feel spirit within it. So, like, I'm not even worried about it, to be honest. Camille, what will happen for me in the month of May? Um, I'm going to use the Universal Tarot, Camille. Maybe if I can get them shuffled. All right, one more. I want a nice clean shuffle. There we go. Kind of. Okay. All right, so for Camille, what's the month of May going to look like? What's going to happen in May? Anything? Well, whatever. Whatever's going to happen in May. Can we know? The world. I often feel the world is oh God, I just lost the word I wanted to use. It's like a reward. It is the next chapter, right? It does signify. It's interesting because I remember your last reading and I'm pretty sure you got the 8 of Pentacles. And that's kind of what I feel in this energy. It's like the reward of what you have done, what you've been through, but really how you've overcome, how you keep pushing forward. And I feel that. I feel like I keep pushing forward. And I feel like the world is signifying we recognize that. We recognize your effort. So let's see what follows that. We have the Page of Cups. We have the 6 of Cups. Wow, boy, that looks like a happy time. That feels like I feel like, first of all, with the page here, I'm just noticing that fish like trying to jump out of that cup. So to me, it's signifying that like that fish is going to jump out, and I feel like that fish is something new. Now I know it stands for Pisces, but I do feel like this is speaking about something new. But I also feel like, it's interesting because it feels like something new, but something old. Now, maybe the old is just past life, like past life wisdom. Let's get more clarity on that. I also feel like May will be a period in your life where I feel like I just feel like your inner child's going to be singing. I feel like your inner child is just, I feel like you're going to enjoy May, not just May. Interesting, because then I see the 6th, so June. But I feel like this period in your life, whoa, we got a lot, but we'll take them. All right, we have the 8 of Swords. I don't feel that for you, but let's take it. We have the 7 of Pentacles, under the world. Beautiful. It's like there's a seed that is becoming ripe for the picking. And I definitely feel like you are going to pick it. So let's keep going. We have the Queen of Wands. Well, she's my go-getter. She's my action-oriented queen. We have the 8 of Pentacles. First of all, you go from the 7 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles. So right away, progression. 2 of Cups. I don't know, Camille. I don't know if you're in love yet. Or if you're with someone. But, it's interesting that the 8 of Swords is above the 2 of Cups. 2 Cups signifies a soulmate. But yet, the 8 of Swords is that self-created prison. Well, let's keep seeing what we get. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Death card of Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Devil, card of Capricorn. Interesting, because I feel like, first of all, I feel like May is just going to be a very happy month. I do feel like this Ace of Swords makes me feel like communication is going to come in. Something's going to come in. I feel like it's going to take one of these seeds from your tree of life, from the 7 of Pentacles, and then put you into action. And the Queen of Wands, it doesn't matter if it's a queen or a king. And she's looking right at the 8 of Pentacles. And she's got the Ace of Pentacles right below her. How interesting. Again, boy, I just keep feeling growth within your finances. Growth within your finances. But I also feel like love. So I just want to look at that 8 of Swords a little deeper, the Magician. Could be just a little bit of a block you have towards something. Soulmates mirroring the 7 of Pentacles. If this is communication is coming towards you, then it's meant to literally come into your life. Something you may, like the phone may ring and then it comes in. But listen, I feel like you have something to do with it because the Magician is here, the manifester. Infinity, as above, so below. No beginning, no end. The Magician reminds the Fool you have all the tools you need within to be as successful as you want to be. Really, no limit. No limit. No limit. As long as you know that. It's a very powerful type energy, and I do feel you are the Magician. Sometimes I feel like the Magician is the mentor to someone, but I feel like, no, you are the Magician. And you're manifesting. So you're manifesting, I feel like you're manifesting finances, definitely. Like, I feel like your money is just going to continue to grow. And I feel like it's only going to get better and better and better. As long as you put your focus in it, and better and better. And then, this soulmate could represent like a partner, as in like work related, because I don't have like a lot of love cards on the table. However, you may also hear from someone that you haven't heard from for a while. You know what I mean? Like someone from back in the day. And it doesn't have to be love. To me, a soulmate can be a friend, like a good friend. It could be someone that you meet through work. You know what I mean? Like through your line of work, someone who does something similar. And again, it could be like taking on a partner, or literally falling in love. But I feel like what starts as like ring ring literally ends up coming into your physical world. And the world is right here. So it is the next chapter. It's like all your hard work. And I don't know. I feel like saying research. I don't know if you like been doing research, but I feel like all my work, everything I put towards something, I feel like I am really gonna start seeing the fruits of my labor. And not just that, I feel like you're just opening yourself up to the universe. And I feel like the universe is going to surprise you, with only good things. Now, that Eight of Swords is the only thing, Camille, right? But then the Death card is right there with it. So I don't know. I really don't feel you have blocks, but you do want to look at that. I would say that would be the only thing to look at. Other than that, everything feels very, very abundant. That's the word I want to use. And I do feel like in all areas of your life, I think May is going to be great. But I feel like that's just the beginning of the greatness. Just the beginning. I feel like the Eight of Swords is the only thing. Don't like, and this could just be a little bit of fear about like taking chances that really can't tell me if it's going to work out or not, but yet I feel like you're at the place now where taking chances, taking those risks, putting yourself out there, so to speak, um definitely feels like you're meant to. And this could be something that you've overcome already, because I don't know why, I just don't feel that with you. All right, so hello, May. All right, I gotta click out again. I don't know why. Okay, that's why, because I can't see. Ah, sooner or later, I'm gonna get really good with this. I promise you. Um, I just want to read Camille's messages. Yep, I'm with my soulmate, and she is my past life lover. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Sandy. Love you, bro. You're so welcome. Eight of Swords are my little fears, but we will work through it. No worries. Excellent. Um, yeah, Camille, I just feel like, I feel like you're moving into, really, I feel like one of the best chapters of your life. And I'm not, and I don't feel like it's just a chapter. I feel like these chapters are opening up, and I feel like it will be the rest of your life. So it feels very, very good. Like, and I'm not just talking about May. Okay. Um, so guys, I'm doing donations only today. When I do these type of reading, when I do an actual reading, I just do donations, but Saturday I'm going live. So live for just questions and answers, nothing else. Questions and answers, no reading. And that's when I just want to let you guys know that. All right. V Salsa. V Salsa Chef. Or CH, I'm assuming you're a chef with V Salsa. I want to know if my boyfriend named Elvedon will come back to me. All right. So we'll definitely check. All right. So will the two of you come back together? Will the two of you come back together? I'm going to bring out 2 extra decks because I want to use light seers. All right. So will you and your boyfriend come back together? Come together right now over me. I don't know why that song is always stuck in my head. All right. We have the moon. Card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. Talks about uncertainties, right? I can only see as far as the moon, the moonlight. The moon allows me. Sometimes the moon is very bright. On a full moon, I can see far. It's also dreamy energy. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles. Well, partnerships and alliances. So let's keep going. The sun. The sun will come out tomorrow. The sun. You know, when the sun shows up in a reading, it just automatically makes me feel good. It automatically makes me feel like you're going to feel good. The sun is about illumination. And it's interesting because I don't know if it's you or if it's your boyfriend or maybe both of you. In a way, I feel like you may be watching each other from afar. We have the Hermit reflection. Card of Virgo. Leo and Virgo, side by side, neighbors. But that's deep reflection. And 7 of Cups, interesting. So what's interesting about this, first of all, 2 Cancer, well, Cancer's ruler and then a Cancer card right below it. 7 of Cups, I'm trying to make a decision. But I am uncertain about it. I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do. I don't know if it's going to work out, that type of thing. But yet I want to choose one. I do want to choose one of these cups. You know, the moon doesn't help the situation, at least on who's ever making that decision, so to speak. Because I feel like, again, the moon, and listen, but then there's the sun. So what the moon hides, the sun illuminates. The Empress, 33. Here we go, guys. Some of you know what I mean. Here's our 33. The Empress. Well, that is you. I feel like I'm going back and forth. And I mean that as your boyfriend. And maybe as you too, like back and forth. But listen, the Empress. would be someone who, and this may be asking you to ask yourself, is my heart open? Because what the Empress has learned through her lifetime is it doesn't serve me to close off my heart, to stop love. You know, um, Instead, I learned to trust my energy through my experience. It's only my experiences that can teach me that, and my reflection upon my experiences. So, as this relates to love, it does signify to keep your heart open. And then this 33 together. Wow. Okay. Cards everywhere. Look at that. 2 Leo cards back to back. Strength card. To me, that's about courage. Maybe, maybe your boyfriend's trying to find the courage. We have the 8 of Cups, and then we have the Queen of Cups. All right, so this is what I feel. I feel like as your boyfriend, and I feel like it's your boyfriend. Now it could be both of you, but I feel like I go back and forth, um, which tells me that I must love you, because otherwise, why would I even bother going back and forth? I feel like there's uncertainty, but yet I feel like the sun comes out as like almost like the saving grace. And I love the hermit right next to it. It's really someone's wisdom. And this person, you probably have gone through what I just call the dark night of soul, and that can just mean difficult experiences. But this is the hermit emerging from the cave. So I found that spiritual wisdom, and it's mirroring the moon where there is uncertainty. But in the hermit's energy, now there is certainty. And then you have the 8 of Cups below that. It's interesting because you have the 7 of Cups mirroring the 8 of Cups. 88. 88. I just realized that. 33, 88. Man, it feels like synchronicity. So, in a way, I feel like, well, let's take one right over these two energies. The Hierophant. You know, I feel like your boyfriend again wrestles with that idea. But that tells me that your boyfriend must love you no matter what, whether it works out or it doesn't work out. I don't feel like love is the question. I feel like the question is, maybe the commitment of it all. And I feel like you yourself have grown leaps and bounds. And I do feel like, like trust your own intuition. I feel like if he's going to come, or let's just say you're going to come back together, I feel like you're going to feel it. And maybe you're already starting to like feel energy. It's interesting, but I almost feel like it's like he needs to find the courage. And maybe it is him who's been through that dark night of the soul. I have a feeling you've both been through it, but for different reasons. Because I get this feeling like almost like I was pulled to, or I was tempted to energy that really didn't serve me. But now I know that. Now I know that. So now I have that spiritual clarity. And I feel like when one has spiritual clarity, well, then they have the courage to do whatever it is that they really want to do in their heart of hearts. So I'm just going to say, I feel like there's a good opportunity. Now, would I sit around and wait? No, especially as the Empress, because, listen, I feel like it's just saying, that you're creative, that you do receive epiphanies. And if you don't, that means that your mind is clouded. You know what I mean? And you need to like clear the cobwebs away so that you can receive these epiphanies. I feel like, listen, I feel like if this is like, I feel like if it's meant to be, and I know it's like weird how I say it's meant to be. I feel like it's going to be. Now, as I say that, I also have to take in consideration that even though we're spiritual beings, which means we would take chances in everything as spiritual beings, but we're having human experiences. So our limitness of the humanness is really what stops us from doing what our heart really wants to do. And I feel like that is where your boyfriend's at, if that makes sense. And I feel like the more that you just be you and do what makes you feel good about you, and that can be like your creative outlets, things like that. I feel like it's almost like when I take my mind off of it and I put my mind instead on things that bring me joy, happiness, even if it's work, I feel like it's a signal to the universe, that because both need to be, wanting it, willing to do, to put the work in. Um, so it's interesting. It's like, I feel like I can't give you an actual yes or no, but I do feel that I feel like your boyfriend is evolving. And I feel as he evolves, and I do mean spiritually, whether he uses that lingo or not, um, I feel that I feel like he wants to, but will he? That's free will. And I feel like that's what I'm fighting here right now. But I feel like spiritually, I'm also asking those big questions. So I feel like that means the spirit guides are helping, for whatever is meant to be. So I know that's a little back and forth, but that's what I feel within your boyfriend's energy, like back and forth. Like I wanna, but then I don't. But then I wanna, but then I'm afraid. Now, I'm using the word afraid. I don't think afraid is the word. It's like, well, I just feel like he needs to find the courage. And I feel like if he can find that courage, then I feel like there is a shot here. I feel like there is a shot here. But I also feel like your guide just saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And that doesn't mean that this can't be. It just means don't put all your focus upon him. Instead, trust the universe, trust divine, that if it's meant to come together, that it will. But in the meantime, I'm going to live in the sun's energy. But listen, I do feel like there's a good chance, and I guess that's where I have to leave it. But I do feel that. All right. Um, Now I feel like picking these up because I actually want to bring him into the readings. So for those that are here who are Aries, or you're here for the reading, chat replay is on. You don't have to stick around if you don't want. But I just feel like using this for the next person, and we'll see. I haven't even looked at the comments yet who that's going to be. I want to give it a couple good shuffles though. Jesus. Okay, see, they're not really shut. Well, look at that. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Page of Cups. I was just going to say they're not really shuffled because we have the Ace and the Page again. But look what came up between it, the Two of Cups. And you know what? I feel like I want to leave that. And I'm going to go to the comment section and I'm going to see who that's for. And I have a feeling, Jaren, I have a feeling that's for you. Is my relationship with Chris moving towards commitment? Well, Jaren, I feel like, first of all, I do feel something told me don't put the cards away. I was just about to pick them up because we did see the Ace of Cups and the Page in the Aries reading, but then my gut said no, leave them the way they are. So I felt like I was meant to leave them that way. So we do have the Ace of Cups. Not only that, we have soulmates. But I have a feeling you already knew that. I have a feeling you already felt that. And then the Page of Wands. And again, just look at all the roses. The red roses to me definitely signify love. Um, I mean, if the two of you aren't feeling the love yet, well, then hang on to your horses. Look at this, the Knight of Cups, Jaren. The Knight of Cups is mirroring the Ace of Cups. Now, we got the Ace of Cups, or the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups in Aries reading, but the Knight of Cups came through a different deck. Now we literally have the Knight of Cups mirroring that Ace of Cups. And what is this Knight's purpose? To bring you a cup. Here it is. Not only is it a cup, but it's soulmates. You guys are soulmates. You guys are soulmates. And do I feel like this is going to move into commitment? God, I don't know how it cannot. I mean, yes, life can get in the way. People can get in the way. But I feel like if we took away all the fluff, or all the fluff is not the right word. If we took away all the, earthly issues, I just feel like this would just be pure love. I feel like your answer is yes. But let's see what else we get. Page of Cups. Wow. It's like my inner child is just singing with love. It's like my inner child is just loving my life. We have the Eight of Wands, fast moving energy. Fast moving energy. We have, interesting, the Seven of Swords. And then we have the good luck charm. All right, I just want to look at that Seven of Swords. We get the Queen of Swords. This is what I feel, Jaren. I feel like there's no denying the love in this relationship. Even if those words haven't been spoken yet. Do I feel like it's going to move into commitment? If we follow our hearts, then I feel like the answer is yes all day long. I feel like the Seven of Swords with the Queen of Swords, it's just signifying the type of communication, like keeping communication real, keeping it open, right? Keeping the line of communication open. Saying what I feel, but not saying it in an aggressive type way. Like, we both speak our truth and we both listen to each other. And then you get the good luck charm, right under that Knight of Cups. I mean, dare I say that Chris feels you are, I'm saying Chris, is it Chris? Yeah. Chris feels like you're the good luck charm here. I feel like this relationship is meant to be playful. Like, the more playful you can be. My screen looks so dark, guys. I'm so sorry. But anyways, I feel like the more playful you can keep this, just the better. And I also feel like this is one of those type of usually you'll hear me, and I know, Jaren, I've seen you a couple of the videos, so I know you watch the videos, and you'll hear me say often, take your time, right? Take your time in a relationship. Learn to enjoy each and every current moment, because that's where the butterflies and all that exist. But I also feel like for you, I feel like it's meant to move fast. And listen, maybe it means once there's a commitment. I have no doubt with the love. There is just no doubt in my mind. So, is it moving towards a commitment? The answer is yes. And I feel like you found your soulmate. Now, I do want to signify to those out there that we do have more than one soulmate. So, and I say that because I don't want someone to think like, okay, well, maybe then something comes in between us. But Sandy said they were my soulmate, so it has to work. Soulmates come into our lives for many different reasons, help to teach us, help to redirect us. But some soulmates are meant for a lifetime, and that can mean in friendship, but also in love. And I do kind of feel that for you. Um, but again, like the reason why I say that is I don't want people to be devastated, like, oh my God, if it doesn't work out, because I can't control free will. Again, that was a gift God gave us, so I can't control it. But let's just say everything goes the way it looks like it was going, then it just feels good, my dear. Feels good. I hope that helped, Jaron. I just want to read your comments. Yes, definitely agree. There is no denying the love, lots of playful energy between us. Oh, excellent. And you're very welcome. I could feel the love. I could feel it. And I like that you added that you already have that playful energy because I feel like that's exactly like how it's meant to be. You know, some relationships can be very serious, and that's okay if that's the way you want it. You know what I mean? But no, not yours. Yours was meant to be playful, and I feel like that's a great thing. So thank you for the confirmation. Also to Camille, everyone who gives me confirmation after I do your reading, I really appreciate it. Um, okay, Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Is my wife cheating and using me for my money? Oh, Nikki, I hope not. I'm going to bring in the Lumerous Tarot. This is for Nikki. It's Nikki's wife being dishonest, using Nikki for money. Tell us what you can about Nikki and Nikki's wife. Okay. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have, I feel like the Knight of Swords wants to come out next. The Knight of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. And then we have the World. You know, Nikki, I get a feeling that communication is probably a little, you know, maybe not of the greatest. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling your wife uses like terms that are somewhat hurtful. And I'm not even picking that up from the cards. I'm just kind of feeling that. But that doesn't mean yet, you know, like at this moment, let's just go with that for this moment. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. the Ace of Swords, and then the World. Okay. Or not the World, the Eight of Pentacles under the World. Nikki, I get this feeling. And listen, this is just my intuition. But I do get this feeling that your wife may be speaking to someone. Now, when I say speaking to someone, I don't necessarily mean like cheating on you. But like, because really what I'm feeling is like I'm on Facebook or something, I'm on social media, and I may talk to maybe people I shouldn't be talking to, or maybe I present myself in a certain way that really shouldn't, it just doesn't it doesn't feel right. It doesn't Something doesn't feel right. Well, let's go on both ends. We have the wheel. And look at this. We have the 10 of Cups. Interesting. All right. So I feel like your wife does love you. I do feel that. Now, when it comes to like, am I using you for your money? I don't know if using would be the right word. Now, do I appreciate you for your money, or do I appreciate the money? I feel like the answer would be yes to that. Yes, I do appreciate that money. But I don't know if I mean that in a selfish way. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel that your wife married you for the money. I don't feel that. I definitely feel it was love. But I am a little worried. Let's go right in the middle. Look at that, the Hangman. Hang on, you move too fast. Hangman. Let's take one right by the Hangman, the 6 of Pentacles. All right. I feel like as it relates to your money, I don't feel like you're being used for your money. Though I do feel like, boy, but I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. Now let's say you had no money. Would it be the same energy? I'm not 100% sure. But I don't want to use the word I'm using you for your money, or I'm using, I'm using, I just don't want to, like, I don't feel that. But I get this feeling that in this relationship, I do feel like you may be more of the giver and your wife may be more of the taker. And I want to say, how do I say this? Because I feel like if in your hearts of hearts, if you feel that you are not, like, I'm trying to be very careful what I'm saying here. How do I want to say this? Because I don't want to be the cause of something to be over. But I do feel like there are issues. I do feel like there's issues. And I feel like part of the issues is I feel like your wife, if we look at the relationship, is it equal? I don't feel like it's equal. Now, I do feel like your wife loves you. Like, I don't feel like, okay, I married you just for your money. But I do appreciate that money. But I also feel, and oh man, I hope I'm wrong, but I do feel like, I'm just going to say social media. I don't know. I just feel like I may present myself in a way that's not respectful to our relationship. Let's just put it that way. Now, do I feel like your wife would leave you? I don't. Do I feel like you may leave your wife? I feel like that may be a potential down the road. And I'm sorry to say that. But I feel like if you can't find inner harmony within this relationship, it may be something you consider. Of course, again, I feel it's down the road. Now, it doesn't mean that someone can't, understand their mistakes, turn them around, because again, I do feel like there's love. But I also feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like your wife can certainly hold back her emotions, like words of endearment. I want to take just one more. Yeah, resistance. That's what I feel with that Four of Pentacles, resistance. Almost like I don't like to be told what to do. And I feel like that's your wife saying that. Like, I don't like to be told what to do, whether I utter those words or not. Now, I want to take one more card, and I want this card to represent what I'm feeling as it relates to social media. We have the Six of Wands. So interesting. It's like it is a platform. And it's a platform where she's speaking. Now, do I feel like that means cheating? Not necessarily. I don't feel that. But again, I feel like I could definitely represent, because I feel like when we're in a couple, we represent each other, right? We're hand in hand here. But I worry a little bit because I don't feel cheating, but I do worry a little bit that, how do I present myself? And I do feel it's online. But to answer your question, I don't feel your wife married you for your money. I do feel like it was for love, but I also feel like, yes, I do appreciate that money. I feel a little, just a little, and maybe that's you, like a little angst. One more, and I'm going to let it be. Seven of Cups. I feel like that's you. I feel like you may be trying to make a decision over this. Maybe you're trying to decide whether to stay or go. I don't want you, like, it's like, I don't want you then, like, I'm telling you, potentially, she could be talking or presenting herself, like, again, let's just say it that way, in a certain way that's not really respectful to the two of you. Like I could present myself as being single when actually I'm in a relationship where I'm married. But I have to tell you, where I think it's coming from? I think it's coming from her own lack of self-confidence. And I don't care how she presents herself. I'm talking about like her moon energy. The things that I don't show the world. The sun, I may show myself as a very strong, independent type person, but in my moon, I may feel quite weak, quite, and I feel like there's a little bit of a lack of confidence within your wife, and it probably has nothing to do with you. This is probably, it feels like the type of energy that probably has lasted, like it probably came from like younger years on, maybe even during childhood, and energy probably has not been cleared, understood, or I still take it, it still affects me. Okay, I'm going to let that be. A little bit of a mixed bag there. But I do want you to remember that the love is there. That was a hard one. That was a hard one. Not hard because it's hard to, it's just hard to give hard messages for me. But let me read some of your comments. Kelly, you're very welcome. She's an attention seeker. You're an Aries, she's a Libra. Not at all single. Maybe, Nikki. Though I don't know if I'd go as far as saying like sexting, but maybe. I don't feel like there's been cheating. Like I've actually like stepped outside of the relationship. But I did feel that energy of you like potentially, if things don't change, I do see you potentially thinking of moving on. Okay. I'm gonna let that be, Nikki. But I wish all of you the best of luck. Love is supposed to be the most beautiful thing in the world, but it can be also the most painful thing in the world. All right, is Tashisha? Why can't I say that? Tashisha causing trouble within my family. This is for Annette. Every time I go to say her name, it gets stuck. It's almost like I can't say her name. See, I can't say it. Tashisha. Okay. Anyways, but I get it. I feel like I want to use the Tarot Dreams for that one. So is she causing trouble within the family unit? Excuse me. We have the Star, card of Aquarius. We have the Four of Cups. Dare I say that they themselves, I feel like, again, I'm feeling that energy of like, I may show myself as one way, but I feel like inside, like, just this crumbly little girl, so to speak. Like, I feel like, and again, I may present myself as this very strong person, but I don't feel like that is really who I am. Why am I feeling that? Two of Wands, Four of Swords, the Sun, and the Two of Pentacles. Well, the first thing I would say with the Sun is anything that's done in the dark will come to the light. So if, and I think it's a girl, it's funny how I'm still looking at the name Tashisha. Why can't I get it out of my mouth? Knight of Cups and the Eight of Cups. All right. This is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling if there's any issues or trouble, which is actually the word you used. Again, I feel like it's coming from a broken place. So the answer must be yes. Because I feel like my actions are because I'm broken. Now, that's no excuse, right? That really is no excuse. Because I also see the ability for what I feel like is for the family is the healing over whatever issues that Tashisha, 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 I'm going to stop trying to say it. Um, whatever issues I feel like that were brought forth or being brought forth, um, I don't feel like it's something that will remain because again, I feel like anything that she does in the dark, I absolutely feel like it's going to come to the light. So, if I'm gossiping or talking about someone or telling lies, well, all of that will come to the light. And, whoever I was lying about, talking about, causing problems with, then it's going to be up to those individuals to decide what to do next with that energy. I definitely feel it's coming from a broken place, but I still feel the energy of like, but that's no excuse because we've all gone through, difficult situations. And you're either going to grow up, clear them up, and move on with your life, or you're going to stay stuck in that energy. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Like, it's almost like someone's natural energy, but it doesn't have to be that way. Five of Cups, Page of Swords. Okay. Um, makes me feel like there's gossiping going on. You know, um, so, to answer your question, I feel like yes, there is a little trouble being caused. And it's interesting because I feel like someone may have walked away from her. And I'm saying her, but I feel like someone walked away and that caused me a lot of pain. And I feel like that's where I come from. That's where that's one of the reasons why when I cause trouble, that's why, because I don't have emotional clarity within myself. What do we do about this? Well, again, anything that is done in the dark will 100% come to the light. Two cups. I could be completely wrong, but does she feel? I keep saying she, but like it's almost like does somebody feel that someone else like belong to them when it's just not the case? Um, it's almost like I feel like I guess the word is jealous because I don't have what I want. And maybe I'm just that type of person. If I don't have what I want, well, then why should anybody have what they want? And that comes from a very immature energy, right? But that's because that energy hasn't been cleared. And I almost feel like, will it ever be cleared? I don't know. But I almost feel like soon enough, it won't be your issue. That's their issue. I don't feel like it will be your issue because again, I just feel like I feel like I can't get away with it. I may get away with something for a period of time, but not for long. And if this has anything to do with like, let's just say romantic love, again, it could be a sense of like jealousy, or let's say it's family love. Maybe I don't feel as loved as everybody else. I almost feel like I'm an attention seeker because I don't feel whole within myself. Now, I do feel like whatever trouble has been caused, I do feel like it will be healed. And I also feel this person has an opportunity to heal oneself. Will they? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not now. Not for a while. But I also feel like, again, anything that I try to do that's not of the utmost, it's going to be seen, it's going to be known. Um, I can't hide. It can't hide, right? So the answer is yes. I do feel like there's trouble, but in the same breath, I feel like it's you can rise above it. You can rise above it. And I feel like anyone who is injured, so to speak, can rise above that. But I don't feel change within that person. Now, doesn't mean eventually they don't change, but at this point, I'm not feeling any change. So I feel like, yes, they probably are a troublemaker. But again, I feel like divine is kind of covering you because the light is anything. I'm telling you, anything done in the dark will come to the light. I mean, I almost feel like this person is an emotional mess. And I'm not even sure why I'm picking that up, except I just feel like that. Like I'm just an emotional mess. That may not be how I show myself, but that's how I feel inside. And I felt like the divine is like, but that's no excuse. There are no excuses here. There's either evolving or not. Okay, I'm gonna let that be. Sometimes we come on here and the messages are all so beautiful and loving, and sometimes we come on and the messages are hard. Not for everyone, but let me grab a drink real quick. All right, I definitely want to read. See if Nikki or Anita left any messages. You explained it well, Sandy. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation. I have trouble with specific tongue twisters for me. She's a female. I could feel that. Natasha is her real name. Thank you, Sandy. It helps me look at it a bit differently. She has 3 kids driving her up a wall. But thank you for letting me know. You're very welcome. And thank you for giving me confirmation. All right. Susie, I just had you. Where'd you go? Susie Q. Tim keeps circling my house. Will he reach out? Tim is circling your house. I get this feeling you want him to reach out. Man, I don't know, Susie, but all of a sudden I just got like this major headache, and now it's gone. So I don't know if that relates to you in some way, but or if you know someone who, like maybe one of your guides, passed due to like some type of a head injury, because I'm feeling it. Like I felt that very strongly, and I feel it's for you. Um. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that relates, but it's gone. But like all of a sudden, it was like a migraine and then gone. And that's when I feel like spirit is just using me for you to help you. Okay. So we're looking at you and Tim circling your house. Is he going to reach out? We have the death card of Scorpio. Here it's called transformation. Look at this. You know, how interesting, because I say this all the time in my readings. When one door is closed, it is promised that a new door will open. And look at this. Here is the new door. Transformation, a new beginning. Oh my God. Triumph. 3 major arcanas, by the way. Card of Cancer. Hello, rejoice and celebration. You know what I feel, Susie, is if this is what you want, I feel like it's going to happen. We have the 7 of Wands. You know, 7 of Wands, it says stand your ground here. But when I look at this image, what I feel like is I'm claiming my stake, you know, and maybe I'm claiming you. And I don't mean that as like, you know, I claim you as mine. I don't mean it that way. I mean, I feel like someone is pretty clear, must be Tim, pretty clear on, you know, like I do feel like Tim wants to claim you. But I don't mean that in an egotistical way. Here's the sun, called light in this deck. You know what? I hope Tim reaches out, because I feel like the two of you could have quite a good relationship. Now, I don't even know what I'm basing that on, other than that's what I feel. Look at this Ace of Cups. Love begins. Wow. The Hierophant. Wisdom in this deck. My faith, my hope. It is a 5. So we have change here, new beginning here. It's also saying it's an opportunity to rejoice. Rejoice in what? Well, this Ace of Cups. What else could it be? And not only do I love seeing the Ace of Cups there, I love seeing the sun next to it, because it makes me feel like very trustworthy energy. You know, like I don't feel like I feel like it, let's just say, yes, I do feel like Tim is going to reach out. And let's say you decide to step forward into this. I do feel like you fall in love very quickly. I almost feel like it's already the case. And I feel like I can trust him. Like, I feel like I can trust him. Now, again, I don't know if that's always been the case, but here, everything makes me feel like not only can I trust Tim, but I feel like there is really unlimited potential between the two of you. Now, when I say unlimited potential, we have to take in consideration our humanness, because that's where our free will lies. That's where our fear lies. You know, I mean, fear is natural, and that's the fight or flight energy. But our humanness takes fear way further than it needs to go. But other than that, it's unlimited potential. And I love then the Fool, because the Chariot is looking back at the Fool. And the Fool is about a new beginning, right? But it is about the past being in the past. That's why the Death card is first, right? The closing of old doors. Someone's closing a door. And if you were together before, let's just say, this is what I feel, because I feel like any issues, whether they be mine, whether they be Tim's, or whether they be ours together, I feel like it's about putting it in the past, right? And I feel like transformation happens, and then the Fool opens up, and I just find that beautiful, especially with the sun under it. Now, you do have the waiting game, and maybe that's what it's been like. Tim's driving by your house, like, and it's, look at this person's like going round and round, and I think you said circling your house. Look at this, they're circling the hourglass, almost like I'm trying to figure out the perfect time. Well, let's see what mirrors it. The Seven of Pentacles, patience and planning. But to me, the Seven of Pentacles is your tree of life. It's your soul seeds of intention. And some seeds, I feel like this seed feels like it's ready to be picked. And then when I get that seed, what I want to do is nurture it, give it plenty of sun, and it will grow into what may be quite a love. I kind of feel like you're meant to be together. I kind of feel like that's what your souls wanted. And then you look at, there's a 7. Again, spiritual. It's a spiritual number. You have 2 7s. I feel like he's trying to find the guts. That's what I feel. I'm trying to find the guts. But I think he's going to. If that's what you want. I have to take into, what do you want? I feel like it must be love, because love begins. And the cards around the Ace of Cups, the Sun, and the Hierophant are both of the light. I don't know how it can be bad. I just don't know how it can be bad. I feel like I just got to find the guts. And then I feel like when I find the guts, then the new beginning begins. And then you're celebrating it. So it only looks like good, good, good. I needed a good reading. I needed something that was more of the light. And here it is. So yeah, I feel like, for a little while, he may keep circling, but literally look at that, the circles. But at the right time, right, when he feels comfortable, then I feel like it will move to the next level. Okay, we'll let that be. Excuse me, guys. Tashia. Thank you, Annette. Tashia. It's like I'm back in school. And honestly, that's how sometimes I need people to break down their names. Hi, Jamie. I'll be back with you in 1 second. I just want to look. Nikki, you already looked up divorce lawyers. All right, so your gut's telling you the same thing. Hi, Annette. Thank you, Sandy. It helps me look at her differently. She has 3 kids. Okay, but I want to read this. She has 3 kids. Yep. Her father adopted a daughter as well. I'm reading Annette's comments. Oh, my phone is scrolling. I don't know why. Her father adopted a daughter as well. That broke her heart. That's probably why I was feeling like I wasn't getting the love that was meant for me, and it was given to another. Now, she was probably loved both ways. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I have a feeling her father probably loved her too, but. And then Sandy, my daughter has a brain tumor. She has massive headaches. I think you picked up on my daughter's energy, and I left when you started your next reading. I'm going through what my daughter is not feeling loved as much as she's needed. First of all, Annette, I am so sorry about your daughter, but I have to say I find it interesting that that headache went away. So I'm hoping that's a sign. And I'm going to claim it as a sign. But I just knew it. I just knew I was picking up on someone else's energy with that. So all of us, let's say a prayer for Annette's daughter, that she be healed and be whole again. Through Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Susie, that was a wonderful reading. It's love. Thank you. You're very welcome. I hope everyone in the room could just take a moment, if you believe in God, and just say a little prayer for Annette's daughter, if you would. Okay, Jamie. What is up with Jose at work? He is nitpicking everything I do, especially today. Well, we are in Mercury retrograde. That's funny. I don't know. It doesn't mean it is Mercury retrograde, but that just popped in my head. So it could be a little bit of Mercury retrograde. I do. Wait, let me reread that. What is up with Jose at work? He is nitpicking everything I do, especially today. He was the one that ended up being wrong, annoying to me. Okay, I think I get what you're saying. What's up with Jose? Let's bring in the Tarot Dreams. Give it a couple shuffles. Two of Wands showed itself, but we'll see if it comes back out. And this is for Jamie. What is going on with Jose? Why is he nitpicking? Why is he bothering Jamie? Whoa. We have Judgment. It's like that's what he's doing. It's like judging you. It's interesting. I hardly ever read the card that way. Hardly ever. But I do feel like right off the bat, it's like I'm making, and then I get this, and then I get the word false. So I'm making false judgments. We have the Palace of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Sun. this page is kind of giving me a side eye. You know what I mean? You know what I mean when I say like that side eye? Like I see you looking at me. Well, I see you looking at me. 8 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. And then the 6 of Pentacles. First of all, I want to say Jose might be going through something like at home that maybe a lot of people don't know about. Because I do feel like, I may be going through a hard issue. Now, that doesn't give me the right then to take it out on other people, because I do feel like that Jose is, like in Jose's mind, judging you. And it's interesting because I feel like that side eye, it's almost like, what's up with that? Like, why are you being that way? But then you have the 3 of Swords right under it. So it's almost like I'm acting in a particular way, but it may have nothing to do with you and everything to do with what there's something that Jose's going through. I don't know if he just like broke up with someone, or if like something came to an end for him. Because I do kind of feel like that. And because honestly, I used to be, my career before I did tarot is I managed fitness centers and spas and nutritional centers. I mean, they're all in one place, but that was what I did. And as a manager, I noticed, like, really, I was learning to read energy way back then, because I have certain people come in, start trouble, but then I could tell like that trouble wasn't really coming from like whoever maybe they were complaining about. It was coming from their own, I want to say, issues, but I want to be gentle, because in a way, like, I feel a little bad. Like, I feel like Jose's going through something, and someone may have left him. So in a way, I feel like, don't take it personally, even though it is being directed towards you. I don't feel like anything will go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like there's going to be problems for you because of that. Because maybe if I went and I complained to like a boss or something, I feel like the boss would know. And maybe that's why I said that, like, that's what I did as a general manager. And if somebody came to me complaining about someone else, I feel like I would know immediately, like, wait a minute, Jose, is this not your own issues that you're reflecting upon Jamie type of energy? So that's what I feel like is going on. But yeah, I definitely see that. But I feel like the bottom line is it's what's going on in their life, in Jose's life. And what I was going to say is, like, I used to do meetings once a week, and I would say, you have to find a way to leave your troubles at the door. And if you want to pick them up when you leave work, that's your free will. But when you walk into work, leave your home issues at home. And that's what I feel like Jose is not leaving his home issues at home. He's bringing them to work. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. Because I do feel like he's dealing with something difficult. Something was taken away. And I feel like right now, I feel like his heart's broken. I just do. All right. I'm going to let that be. To me, that was very clear. Like, I felt it very, very clearly. I don't feel like it's going to have any effect on you, Jamie, other than having to put up with stupid bullshit. But, or like you said, it's annoying you. Especially one that ended up being wrong, annoying me. Excuse me. You're welcome, Annette. I'm just going to read Jamie's questions and then Camille, I'll go back to you. I'm even sure. Wait, I'm even sure why he would judge me. Yes, it was at fault. He initially created the rules and he forgot until my boss told him it's him and not me. And it's the supervisor's job, okay? He's super married, I think. He may not be super married anymore. But he might be. Hi, Natalie. You're still at work? Oh, you're still working a bit, and we'll. Oh, you are at work. You'll watch a replay. All right. Well, we love you. Thank you for stopping in. All right. So, all right, Camille. No. Yes. Okay. Messages from Camille's spirit guides, please. Any messages, signs? Anything you want to tell Camille? You know, I often feel like spirit uses our rooms here to reach many of us. You know what I mean? And I also want to say that I feel like many times one person's reading is really meant for more than one person. So if something sounds like, oh my God, it sounds just like me, know that your guides know you're here. My guides know you're here. And why would they not use every way possible to get assigned to you? Okay. Now back to Camille. We have the Emperor. Well, hello. That's you. We have the Eight of Swords. There's that Eight of Swords again, Camille. We have the World again. And then we have Judgment. Okay. Wow. You know, first of all, Judgment. What's it say? It says all the signs that wait, all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. All the signs say you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Then you have the World again, right? But that Eight of Swords is right before the World. I feel like this is really just saying to trust yourself, trust your abilities, even trust in things that you don't think that you know, because I feel like you do know, and you'll know that when you know that. If that makes any sense. Because that's what I feel like. Like there may be certain things that I may be fearful that I don't know, but I feel like, but your spirit guides is like, but you do know. You do know. But maybe you're not meant to know it right now. You know what I mean? So don't put worry behind that. I love that the Emperor is your very first card. First of all, we're doing Aries reading. But the Emperor to me is the boss, is the leader, is someone that we look up to. It is because the Empress's experiences. This isn't like an overnight type of thing. I worked hard to get to this position. And I love the Emperor's energy because I feel like the Emperor does care about their fellow man. And I feel that with you too. Like, I do feel like you do care about your fellow man. I just want to see, everything looks so good here. Judgment, again, talking about a rebirth, well, sitting right next to the world. Well, I already saw that for May for you. So I just want to see why that Eight of Swords is here again. Three of Pentacles under the Emperor. Let's talk about the Three of Pentacles for a second before I move on. Because the Three of Pentacles signifies just doing your thing. Because what you do well. In the Three of Pentacles, it talks about your individuality. And, it's like you were just meant to do what you're doing, and what you will be doing. Because, again, I feel like, I may be doing one thing and I feel like you're going to be very successful. I just know it. But I also feel like then new avenues will keep opening up. So I may be doing one thing, but I also want to be open to everything else and anything else that wants to come my way. Because I feel like you're a very good judge of character and energy at this point. So I feel like you can trust your intuition. But it does feel like, again, like there is another avenue. Okay. But Three of Pentacles says, don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Like, you're made in the image that you were made because, how do I want to say this? Because that's what your soul wanted. But it really does speak about, like, your abilities to, whoa, your card just went flying. Your abilities to bring whatever it is that, you think about to the world. Or another way of saying that, the ability to manifest. Let me grab the card that fell. If I could reach it. You got the Fool under the Eight of Swords. So it's kind of like I'm fearful. And I'm using that word very lightly with you because I don't feel like you have like this major block where you would stop opportunity coming towards you. I feel like if anything, you may because the Eight of Swords, excuse me, is a self-created prison, right? I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. Well, it says stop overthinking and just do it. So there may be something you are overthinking. But then you have the Fool right below it. So I feel like then you will jump into it. You will jump into it. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, we got a mixed bag here. Okay, so I'm going to turn them this way. We have the King of Swords under the World. Look at this person just sitting down at their desk, typing, working. I'm not sure if you work from home, but that's why I kind of feel with this person. Like, remember I was saying about research before? This person's got a bunch of books beside her, and then she types. So it's almost like I did the research, and now I'm ready to type the paper. We have the Three of Cups that's mirroring the Three of Pentacles, and you had that already also. And then, hello, Sun. But on the other end, we have the King of Wands. He did come in reverse. And I know why he's in reverse. It's that Eight of Swords. It's like, here's your spiritual team. They're saying you really don't have anything to worry about as it relates to your abilities, and really your life. Because I feel like you've come so far in your life. So, like, let down any walls and trust in yourself first and foremost, but also trust in your spiritual team because they're here again and they're mirroring you. And I know this is you. And not only that, but then you get the Sun again. And I don't know if you had the sun before, but I feel like you have. So it just feels like, again, happy days. Happy days, I'm here again. Now, the King of Wands in reverse. Normally, this king is someone who just takes chances, goes after it. You know, it's like working up to the emperor's status. But I feel like that Eight of Swords is the only thing that would come in your way. So I wanted to look right at the Eight of Swords, look at that, the Ace of Wands. So you're overthinking one thing, and I feel like that's the I feel like that's the only issue. And I feel like if you can not overthink something and instead move into action, because the Ace of Wands also is about action, the full new beginning. And it doesn't mean all areas of your life, it's an avenue. It's an avenue. And man, does it just feel like it's meant to be. Like Camille, I 100% feel like you are on your soul's destined path. And then add in free will with that, the human. But I feel like you have learned so much about life, and I feel like it has taught you well. I don't feel like you're someone who runs from trouble. I feel like you're someone who faces it, looks at it, breaks it down, and then eliminates it. So there's only one teeny weeny issue, and that is just what you're overthinking. And I guess you would already know what that would be. But I feel like there's no need. I mean, no need. Trust in your abilities because I feel like you were given those abilities. Rejoice every time something new comes your way. I already feel you're a very grateful person. So I feel like you're already taking on your soul's desires. And the Eight of Swords is that humanness, it's that human mind. So we can overcome that. But everything is saying don't overthink, move into action. And the light just helps illuminate the path for you. It's like, I want to be around Camille in May. Not just May, though. Like, I really feel like I have to make sure you understand that, like, this is not just talking about May for you. I feel like it's talking about forevermore. Now, that doesn't mean that things can't change, you can't add in new avenues, because I feel like that's exactly what's happening, like another avenue, another epiphany, another idea. And who knows, maybe you are on a typewriter, so to speak. Like maybe you are typing out your ideas. Maybe you are writing a book. Almost like writing like a self-help book, like helping others. And I'm not saying that you're doing this, but maybe it's something you thought about, because I don't know why I'd be talking about it otherwise. But because I can see you doing that, like writing a book where, and it does kind of feel like a self-help type of book. Though I feel like it'd be very interesting, not like those boring self-help books. So I feel like you have that talent. Let's just put that out there. I mean, really, what talent don't you have? I'm just reading comments, guys. Um, you did complain about me to my boss, but at the end, my boss said, it's your ideas and how is it her fault? Well, that's exactly what I felt, Jamie. And that's probably why I told you that that's what I did for a living, right? And I could tell when someone walked in my office, and if they were complaining about someone else, I could tell pretty quickly. Like, a lot of times it was coming from their own issues. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, you were just the person who had to take it. Though I'm glad that your boss saw that, and it seems like oh, Camille, you do work from home. And it's been slow for me lately. Haven't making any money, so that's the Eight of Swords. Okay. I want to say, Camille, pay attention to epiphanies, ideas. Even if you don't use them, write them down. Maybe that's what I was meant to say. Like, write down, like, because I get like ideas all the time. I have a book that just has all my different things that I want to do and hopefully will do. Um, and money is the issue of why I'm not doing them. So I get what you're saying. And you're very welcome. Um, Not by book, but I thought about this idea before. Maybe why I was feeling a book, Camille, is because I feel like you have that wisdom. And again, your spirit guide said what you think you don't know, you do know. And you'll know that when you know that. And I feel like I said it like the way they wanted me to say it. I hope it made sense. Of course, I have a feeling it made sense because they want to put it in my mouth. All right, Jamie, messages from your friend Fly that passed. I'm sorry, my dear. Um, you know what? Hang on, there's a deck I want to bring out. Okay. I wanted to bring out it's called, I think it's the Angel Tarot. Um it's Angel something Tarot. It's something is telling me to use this deck for you, Jamie. So, any messages for Jamie from Fly? That could have been who was in one of your readings, because I feel like it was you, where I felt like there was a guide who was helping you. All right, Fly. What do you want to tell Jamie? The Knight of Swords. Excuse me. The High Priestess. And I get this feeling like, I feel like your friend is saying, I am the High Priestess. I am the High Priestess. King of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Page of Pentacles. I don't know if Fly was an earth sign or not, but we have the King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Doesn't have to be, though. And then we have Seven of Swords. Let's take one more over here. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, right above the Eight of Pentacles is the Ace of Pentacles. I definitely get this feeling of, if you're worried about your money, don't. But also in the same breath, as long as you're willing to put your focus in, I feel like, your money, like I feel like your friend is more involved in the money sector of your life, or let's just say your material world, than anything. Um, I also feel, I don't know if you felt today, if you felt Fly's energy around you, because I have a feeling his energy was around you. Um, and I'm saying that because I feel like the Fly is very aware of what you went through today. Like, I feel very aware of it. So, like, I must have been there, right? I must have been there. I also feel like, trust in trust in your own voice. Trust within your intuition and epiphanies, signs that you're seeing that you may be uncertain. Like, was that a sign? They are signs. Now, I don't feel like this is just from Fly. I feel like your whole spiritual team is kind of stepping forward. But I feel like the signs are plentiful. But I feel like there comes a time when some of the signs you're like, ah, I don't think that was a sign. Maybe it was, but I feel like they're guiding you really towards the path of abundance. So it's almost like, I'm sure you have special guides for your love life. I feel like this is about your financial world, your material world, what it is you want to do in the world, that type of thing. And I feel like you need to, like your guides are saying, trust in your abilities, trust within yourself. And definitely, I feel the energy of like, I know Jose was doing what Jose was doing. Like, I know that. We have, the Knight of Cups. It's like he's sending his love. He's sending his love. I feel like the main thing here is, as your guides go, and that would mean that he is one of your guides now. As a guide goes, I feel like different guides are for different areas of life. And sometimes I feel like, if we've known someone in this lifetime and they crossed before us, what were they good at? Like, because I feel like if they were good, like with making money or that type of thing, then that's where they want to step forward. Like, I want to step forward to help her, create more abundance for herself. I'm going to send her signs. And I feel like that's the only thing is you may question those signs sometimes, but they really are signs. And if you do question that sign, ask for it to be sent again, ask for it to be bigger, where almost there can be no doubt you know but I feel like right off the bat it's showing what happened to you at work today. So Fly's aware of what happened to you at work today. Now, our guides aren't with us 20, well, they kind of are with us 24/7. Our angels aren't with us 24/7. Our angels come in when we call upon them, but our spirit guides are continuously sending us signs. They're helping to guide us, and that's what I feel. Fly is now helping to guide you, and I feel like the main message is there's some signs you're just not trusting in. Um, Ask for them to be sent again. I want to say just trust, but if sometimes it's hard to just trust. So ask for them to be sent again, and they will be. Even during this time period, you can ask for Jay to, or why did I say Jay? Where'd Jay come from? Um, I don't know where Jay just came from. Jay may be another one, maybe another guide. But anyways, first of all, the love that's flowing towards you is quite beautiful, but I do feel you question it sometimes. Okay, I feel like that's really it. Like, I know what's going on in your life, proactive in your life. I send you signs. Sometimes you don't believe my signs, which is okay. But just ask me to send them again. And I have a feeling it probably do it anyways. And I don't know where the name Jay is coming from, but I'm just going to put that out there. You know a guy named Jay. Is Jay still with you? Jay is my friend's boyfriend. No, I feel like this would be someone who's crossed over, though. That's what I feel, unless there's some type of connection between you and Jay, you know, here on this earth. But I feel like it's more a guide, to be honest. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I um for those who did not want, if you're an Aries or you're interested in Aries, I would recommend go back and watch the video. You don't have to watch the comment section afterwards. Um, I keep thinking, like, should I edit out the comments? But in a way, I kind of want people to see, like, how spirit is involved in our life. And that's why I kind of leave them. But I had someone complain about that the other day. 23rd. 23rd is, it's funny, that's Sam's birthday. Not that you know. All right, well, this just may be someone who is like an ancestor. You know what I mean? Like, could be like a great great grandfather or a great great uncle. Because I am feeling like a closeness to him. Um, all right, Jamie, I'll do your message and then I'm gonna go, guys. So Jamie's gonna be the last one, and then I'm gonna go eat dinner. All right. So messages from your professor. Let's use a gilded churro because I can give them a nice shuffle. All right, let's give him a cut. And let's shuffle. Four of Cups. Nine of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. Look at that. Look at the progression, first of all. Nine of Wands. Five of Swords. Under the Four of Cups. Four of Wands. Now, this isn't a love reading, so it has a different message. And the Knight of Pentacles. You know, this is what I feel. I feel like, I feel like this course or this class may not be the easiest class. And but I don't feel like it's like easy. If it's a difficult class, then I feel like it's difficult for the majority. Not everyone, but for the majority. I feel like your professor sees your effort. I definitely feel like your professor sees your effort. Does that mean that you will ace it? Well, I don't know that you even need to ace it, but I feel like you'll pass it. Because ultimately I feel like, you're gonna find harmony at the end of this situation or the end of this class, so to speak. But I do feel like, as long as you're willing to put in the effort, continue to put in the effort, I feel like your professor's seeing it. Not only seeing it, but I feel like you will progress. So to me, that means you're gonna pass. Um, you know what I mean? Like that's just what it feels like to me. Like I feel like I see your effort. I know sometimes you may struggle. but I don't feel like you're the only one who's struggling. And I don't feel like you're the only one who's going to struggle afterwards with your professor. But I do feel like ultimately you, I feel like your hard work, like the effort you put in, I do feel like it's appreciated, not just appreciated, but seen. And I feel like if you have any worry that you, well, as long as you're willing to put in the effort, I have to say that. I feel like then you will progress past this class, past this, and just be the stronger for it. But as it relates to, do you need to worry about it? I don't think so. I feel like, again, I feel like your professor definitely sees your effort and I feel like is satisfied with it. Doesn't mean it's perfect, any of that, but I do feel like satisfied with that. And yeah, like I don't feel anything. The only difficulty I feel lies more on your end. You know, like maybe you question sometimes, oh, can I complete this um and do a good job completing it? I do feel like you can. And I do feel like you will. And I do feel like your professor sees your effort. And I feel like that's what it takes. You know, I feel like, I feel like this professor is fair. I'm not going to say easy, but I am going to say fair. So I'm not looking as a professor for, you know, who's the one who aces everything. What I am looking for are those, even if they're struggling, those that are putting in the effort. And to me, if I'm the professor, which I am right now, that's what means more to me than someone just acing the course, the class. So, looks very good, Jamie. But I feel like you have uncertainty about that. But I really feel like, again, he or she appreciates what it, yeah, I'm using the word appreciates, but again, I just feel like I see the effort. And that's what I want. That's what I want for my students is the effort. Okay. Gonna leave that be. Um, she's tough. I've been questioning myself all the darn time. Exactly. That's what the beginning of the reading was. Good for you. And that's what I think, Jamie. I feel like again, as long as you put in the effort, she's going to notice it, and that's what means. I just feel like that means more to her now that I know it's a female. It means more to her than those who just come in and ace it, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'd rather have someone who, like you're doing, you're asking the questions, you're going to labs, you're doing what it takes, you're putting in that extra effort and it's being recognized. And you're very welcome. All right, guys, I am going to let that be. As always, I thank you. Um, I love you. And Saturday, we'll go ahead and do just an open reading. Um, I'm trying to get all the signs done for Person on Your Mind so I can then go back and do your May readings. For the month. But other than that, I thank you all. I have so much gratitude for y'all. Chat replay is on. And again, remember, sometimes your messages are answered through and others. So just be open to that. But anyways, I'm going to let you go. I thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time at our table, guys. Bye-bye.